I said I was raising myself since I was 8 years old, right? And I'm a female. So it's a little bit different. I did not have my mother around at all. When I was 8, her and my dad got divorced. She skated. I harbored those feelings growing up, and maybe that's why I'm still always on the defense, right? Initially, it's always like, because I had to protect myself, and I'm a young girl in the streets, like, even though they'll be like, oh, my father worked at night, right? So nobody's really, like, monitoring us. My brother, he's 2 years older than me. I'm 8, he's 10. My sister's 12, the other one's 14. They still figuring out things because we're at adolescence or teenage years where you don't really know what the is going on when you don't have any structure. But for me also, I used to feel like I was so angry, or I felt like my mother don't care, like, how could you leave? She used to try to reach out, but it's like, you're not around. You don't know if I'm getting raped out here at 8. You're not around when I caught my first period. Like, I had to learn all these things on my own. However, I guess my way has always been to excel at things, right? So I always was in like academics programs where I'm in the honors. Like for me, competition, I mean, you're an athlete, but competitiveness or being popular just came natural because I was always trying to like fill that void. However, I did harbor those feelings where I was always angry, like everybody else loves me. Why my own family ain't here? Like my dad was emotionally unavailable. He was a worker. He went to work at night. You gonna do the best that you can because you don't really know. But for me, it was, I can sympathize with you, and maybe that's why I struck, because it's just like, damn, at least I was able to somehow project it in a way to where it helped me become stronger. And I just...
It made you more positive in some other ways.
Yeah, in a sense, all right. But, I mean, I still have my flaws. And, again, I told him, it don't matter how old you are. You're constantly trying to grow, constantly trying to learn. It wasn't even up until I got to my 20s to where I was finally like, it's not for me when my mom does reach out every couple of months. I'm not going to keep saying, like, why are you calling me? Because it used to make me angry when she would call. At the same token, you know, I've never went to therapy, and I probably should have went to therapy a long time ago. For me, though, in my household and being Dominican, we don't have money to even go to therapy, or that's just not some shit that you do. In a Spanish household. You better go talk to your friends, or you better figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it did take a lot of self-reflecting at times when I was sad or angry, or even feeling like, well, how do all these people love me? But everything that makes me sad is about the home front, because it really does stem from when you are a kid. That is the traumatic shit that kind of shapes your personality towards growing up. But it came to a point where I was like, I have to take accountability for my own actions. It's not for me to be cursing out my mother. You know what? You didn't understand the way. Like I'm not making excuses for you at all, because as the parent, you're supposed to know better. And maybe that's why I still don't have kids, right? Because until I feel like I'm really rich and able to give them everything, or a stable home, I don't want to be a baby mom.